Hello, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. If this is your first time here, my name is Cali Luis. Thank you for coming in and taking a listen here. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. A lot of things happened within the last year since I've been doing these podcasts. I actually went back to a full time job. Definitely got a great opportunity to go back to work, so I definitely did go that. Went and kept doing a full time job, working. But definitely, your boy is back. Hope you guys are doing. And yes, I'm still reselling. And yes, I'm still out here looking for the deals and steals, just like everyone else. Appreciate you guys listening to all my old episodes. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Right now, we're about mid-September, late September, so 2024. So a lot of people have been asking and messaging me on Instagram saying, Luis, I miss listening to your podcast. When are you going to come back? You always gave me something to listen to while I'm driving or something to listen to while I was working out. Other people, just, enjoy listening to my voice and say I have a very unique voice, very soothing, which I don't hear it because I hear my voice all the time. So to me, I'm just me. But thank you guys. I appreciate all the love and support. And to the rest of other people that have been reaching out, thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Definitely going to try to get back on the saddle doing my podcast now that things are kind of more lined up and everything's kind of more like the dust settled down, pretty much like they say. Definitely going to be jumping back on here and talk about one of my favorite things to do when I'm not working, and it's reselling. Yes, reselling has been in my blood. It's been in me for many, many years since I was a kid. So definitely will continue to do the reselling and continue looking for those deals and steals. So thank you guys. Appreciate you guys always tuning in, and definitely I appreciate that. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about pretty much what I've been up to, kind of fill you guys in, all the Q&As kind of thing. So definitely we'll get back into this and also tell you guys how everything's been going on my platforms, Mercari, eBay, OfferUp, whatnot. So definitely stay posted and stay glued in. Make sure you get your cup of coffee. Oh, you know what? It might be 5 o'clock somewhere, so make sure you pour yourself some wine. Or if you feel more like me and you're more of a beer guy, make sure you get you that ice cold beer. Have a seat, kick up your feet, relax, and let me cheer your ear off for a little bit. Kind of telling you guys what my journey has been. But as most of you guys do follow me on my social media, you guys kind of know what's been going on. So definitely appreciate that. And if you're new, thank you guys. You can find me on Instagram at Cali Luis 909. You can find me on the good old whatnot at Cali Luis 909. And if you like to see more content or more of the stuff of what I do, you could always catch me on YouTube at Cali Luis. That's Cali, Cali, and Luis. So kind of spell that out for you guys so you guys get a better where you guys could find me. And yeah, definitely check me out. Maybe you guys see a video or something that I show you guys that you might enjoy. I do try to put out different content, not just reselling related, but also family trips and other stuff that I get into from time to time. But anyhow, let's get this party rocking. And sales were great. A lot of people talk about the eBay summer slowdown. I know every year it comes up. People always say, uh-oh, here comes the eBay summer slowdown. But to me, I don't buy into the hype. People always say, well, I'm just going to just let it ride it out. Nope. Of course, that's going to be the easy way out. Because you're going to say, well, they're saying that the bigger content creators say, oh, the eBay summer slowdown is here. It's going to slow down. Everyone has their own opinion about the summer slowdown. My opinion is, if something's not selling for you, revisit that listing. Try to revamp your listing. Maybe you didn't put in enough descriptions, the description, the way it should be. Or if you piggyback off of someone else's listing, sometimes they do have errors on there where it might be listed under a different category. And that might be why your item's not selling. It does happen. It has happened to me because I've been guilty of doing that. So definitely always check your listings. Make sure they're listed in the proper category. Maybe check the picture. Make sure you took enough pictures. Maybe the picture's not clear enough. Maybe you gotta, take a picture a little closer. Maybe describe the description of the item a little better. Any flaws, any discolorations, or anything that might be wrong with the item is always good to let put all that in the description. Like that, the buyer knows what they're going to get into, and they will appreciate you letting them know the flaws that the item has. That's just been my opinion. But yeah, we've been selling stuff on the good old eBay. Been going good. Been selling some VHS tapes. I just sold one a couple weeks ago, and definitely made a video on how I pack the VHS tapes, because a lot of you guys are asking, Luis, how do you pack the VHS tapes? So I showed how I pack it. You guys want to check that video out, hop on over to YouTube, check it out. It should be in there. How I pack the VHS tapes. I've been getting different comments. Some people thank me, and a lot of people agree with the way I pack. But then I also get the comments where, well, you're just eating into your profit because you're using too much packing, bubble wrap and too much packing supplies. I know to the plenty of you that have known me for a long time and do follow my journey, whether it's here on Spotify or on my other social medias, you guys always hear me saying, and I'm never going to get tired of saying this, but I like to pack items the way I love to receive them. That is well protected and arrive in one piece. So that's why I always take the extra steps, or sometimes use a little bit of extra material, which at the end pays off for me, because that customer always comes back and thanks me for packaging the item so well. And now you have a recurring customer, someone that will continue to buy from you for the simple fact that you are packing very well, and they know that whatever they buy from you, it's going to arrive in one piece. Simple as that. It's not brain surgery. It's not, nothing out of this world. I never claimed that I am a professional. I just like to share my tips on how I like to pack and how I do these kind of things. Some people think, yo, you're dumb, man. You're stupid for doing this. You're getting into your profit, which is fine. Everybody's going to have an opinion. Everyone could pack differently. I chose to pack my VHS tapes in boxes, little boxes. Other people just grab the VHS tape, slip it in a poly mailer or in a bubble mailer, seal it up, and send it off and cross their fingers that it arrives in one piece. I don't like to take that chance, because it's a 50-50 chance that it could get damaged or it could arrive in one piece. That's the gamble. And to me is, do you want to take that gamble? Well, I don't like to gamble with my money like that. So I'd rather take the extra steps and the extra precaution on packing this stuff instead of trying to take that gamble. So anyhow, I know I'm kind of going off topic a little bit, but just wanted to share that with you. Check out that video on YouTube if you guys want to see some more on that. But yeah, been selling some stuff on eBay. I know those McDonald's collector cups came out a couple weeks ago, and they had like the Hello Kitty. They had like different, like the Hot Wheels, the Barbie, and the Thai Beanie Babies. Like they have different cups. All right. My daughter happens to tell me, Dad, they're giving out these cups at McDonald's with some meals that you buy. I'm like, okay, let's go. I took the kids, bought them some McDonald's, and we got the cups. Okay, boom. Kids don't want the cups, so they're like, here, Dad, here you go. We don't want the cups. Okay. My daughter says, if I get a Hello Kitty one, then of course I want it, because my daughter is a huge Hello Kitty fan. So our first round around, we went and boom, we hit it. 3 Hello Kitty cups. Nice, right? She keeps one. I list 2 of them on Macari and sold within 5 minutes, like that. $25 a pop. Cool. All right. Next day, my daughter goes with her friend. They got the cups. They both give me the cups because they don't want them. My daughter doesn't want the cup anymore. She already has hers, and her friend had already got the other one that she wanted. So they both gave me the cups. So I looked through it. These were brand new sealed. I did not open them from the plastic. But if you pick up the cup with the plastic up to the light, you could see what's the item and see what character is on the cup. So I see the first one. I see it's Barbie. So I'm like, okay, cool, Barbie. Put this aside. Next one I see it's a Hello Kitty. So I'm like, oh wow, cool. I'm gonna list it. I went to go check comps because you got to remember the day before I sold both of the other cups for $25. So I'm checking the comps. The comps are anywhere between $30 and $40. So I think, well, let me throw it up for 40. Let's see what it goes. If not, if anybody wants to send me an offer, cool. I listed the cup. Within 2 minutes, that cup sold for asking price at $40. Amazing, right? You're thinking like, wow, so fast. Yep. Packed it, shipped it out. Within a few hours, I sold that other Barbie cup, shipped it, and went out and went. So I made a little bit over $100 on just giveaway cups that they were giving out at McDonald's. So those are pretty cool flips I had on Macari. Definitely always keep an eye for anything like that, especially anything limited like that. People are going to want it. It doesn't matter what it is. McDonald's stuff is always very collectible. People are always asking for it, and people continue to look for it, and they're always looking out to see what's the next big thing. I know right now they're giving out those little mini Crocs. People are going crazy for them, collecting them. So that's another thing people are out right now looking for. So, but yeah, definitely sales have been good. I've been doing some good sales on Macari, on eBay. Poshmark, I've been selling some hats, of course, and some shirts. Definitely, Poshmark has productive, has the other two, but I still get sales from time to time. I'll sell a couple hats here and there, some shirts. Depop, I was doing very well, and then all of a sudden, it's just like it just stopped for me. So I checked the listings, I rearranged some stuff, and nothing. I wasn't getting no bites, so I'm like, okay, cool. And pretty much just said it came to a standstill for whatever reason. So definitely got to go and reevaluate that platform and see what's really going on with it. But yeah, I've also been doing some personal sales locally here in my city, and also been doing some other sales behind the scenes with other resellers. Sometimes I get stuff in bulk that I'm not too familiar with, or I do get it in bulk and I already know, okay, this particular person could sell this stuff on their platforms. So I reach out to them individually, and then we make those private sales behind the scenes. So it's always good to have different ways, different avenues to make money and to sell stuff, because us as resellers always come across a lot of stuff. And sometimes if we're not too knowledgeable or it's just too much, we're like, okay, I know someone that knows very well how to sell these. Reach out to them, send them a message, whether it's on their social media, send them an email, get it out. And sometimes it's a good way to get, inventory in and get it out at the same time. So you just kind of repeat the cycle over and over again. Yeah, so definitely keep out there, keep looking out there. I mean, so a lot of the inventory I've been getting lately has been through word of mouth. People ask me, word of mouth, Luis, how does that work? I do a lot of local sales locally, and people find out what I do. So every time people buy stuff from me, I'll give them my number. They'll let me know, or they'll refer me to someone else that wants to do a clean out. I've done a couple of clean outs where I've gotten different stuff. I mean, I've gotten a DJ system before for free. For free, okay? Lady didn't want nothing for it. Apparently the husband cheated on her for whatever reason. He was gone. He left her. He left all his stuff. So I come in. She told me, just take it away. I don't want nothing for it. But I still did offer her some money. She didn't want to take it. So she said, if you want, just whatever you're going to give me, put it into a Starbucks gift card. Okay, cool. Went to Starbucks. Boom, boom. Gave her the gift card. And we're, squared up. And it definitely wasn't hard to get rid of. Know a lot of people that are in that industry, so within a few 2 or 3 days, I got rid of it. Made a nice profit on that. I was able to get some shirts, also some shoes, other stuff that he had. So definitely always don't be afraid to let people know what you do. A lot of people tend to not say that they're resellers because they think people are going to think the worst of them. They're going to think, oh, they're just lazy. They don't want to work. They just want to get stuff to sell and make easy money. But you know what? Being a reseller, we're a breed of our own. A lot of people don't understand what reselling is or what a reseller is. People just think, oh, yeah. Another, you guys hear this all the time. Oh, yeah, they go to the thrift stores and they take all the stuff from the poor people. No, we're not going to the thrift store and taking stuff from the poor people. There's a lot of stuff at the thrift stores that people could go and choose. They just don't go to the thrift stores because they choose not to go. I could sit here and count with my hands how many times I've been to the thrift store, and you see Teslas, you see BMWs, you see Mercedes, you see Range Rovers parked in the parking lot. You see these ladies in there, nice, dressed nice with a nice, purse and everything, going through the women's racks, try to find all the high-end stuff. Why? Because they know they can find high-end stuff at the thrift stores. And a lot of them will rather pay the $10, $15 at a thrift store for a dress or a skirt or even a top instead of paying over $100 and something at one of the bigger, higher-end stores. So a lot of people have to stop thinking as resellers is ruining it for the poor people, because even the people that are well off shop at the thrift stores because they know they can find good quality clothes as well. So definitely it's always good to share that information out there, especially if you're new or you're thinking of getting into reselling. Don't let anybody or anything stop you from doing it. Don't be afraid to do it. Take it a step at a time. You don't know how to get started? There's a lot of great resellers online. A lot of great content, put together by a lot of these great resellers out there. I see a lot of the resellers, my brothers and my sisters, we're all in the same reselling community. There's a lot of great information out there. Go to YouTube, type in reselling or resell or resellers. I'm sure you'll get a lot of people that will pop up on your list of resellers. So definitely there's resellers for everything. You'd be surprised how many times people tell me, Luis, I did not know there were so many resellers for different items. Of course, there's always going to be that. You're going to have your resellers that sell clothes. You're going to have your resellers that sell video games. You're going to have your resellers that sell shoes. You're going to have the resellers that sell currency, money, coins. You're going to have other resellers that sell brooches. You're going to have other resellers that sell Hot Wheels. You're going to have other resellers that sell, different items, tools. Other people sell hair accessories. Other people sell just random everyday stuff. You got to remember, reselling is everywhere, and there's a lot of products to resell out there. So don't get discouraged when you can't find what, for example, if I'm finding all these concert shirts, you're like, oh man, I can't find no concert shirts. Luis probably took them all. You'd be surprised how many times I get that. But you got to remember, though, I love finding concert shirts or anything that has to do with graphic shirts. That's always been one of my main things. I've always found some great shirts. I found shirts that were, wow, pay a few dollars for them, and then you find out they're like $60, $70, Definitely great finds. A lot of my shirts that I have now are shirts that I find when I'm out in the wild looking for graphic t-shirts. So it's a good thing to have a niche, but it's also good to expand your knowledge from not just having one niche on stuff. Another thing I love to sell are hats. Hats are great. They're small. They're easy to store. I love to restore them, and I love to wash them and bring them back to life. You know how many hats I have bought that people look over and think like, this hat is old, and they just toss it. Sometimes they're vintage hats. I buy them, pay maybe $1 or $2. I bring them home. I treat them. I restore them. I reshape them, and boom, there's always going to be that person that's going to see it and be like, I want that hat. And there you go. A lot of the things that us as resellers do, we're keeping a lot of this stuff from hitting the landfills. And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. A lot of the clothes, once it's at the thrift store for so much time, they probably ship it somewhere else and then they sell it in bulk, or they sell them by pallet to others, or they either ship them down south, across the border, or they end up in the landfill. So definitely always a great opportunity to always have different items to sell. Don't ever cut yourself short of anything. I didn't know nothing about glass, selling glass. Thanks to my primo Sunny Las Vegas, another great reseller. Check out his YouTube channel if you get a chance, Sunny Las Vegas. Yes, it's Las Vegas, like Las Vegas, Nevada, but it's Sunny, SONNY, Las Vegas. I got into looking for glass because of him, and I became a little bit more knowledgeable about glass thanks to him. So definitely don't be afraid to learn new things, even if you don't know what they are. Another thing I learned from him too was paperweights. So never used to deal with paperweights before, but as a reseller, you always got to adapt. Always try to expand your mind and expand your searches to other stuff. So you're not just constantly focused on just looking at shirts, or toys. And then you're going out sourcing, but you're not finding anything because it's so saturated. So you're like, wow, then you start blaming other resellers. All the resellers came in and already got all my shit. No. You're not surprised when I go look for shirts at the thrift store or when I go out anywhere. I don't find the shirts all the time. Maybe if I get lucky, I'll find one shirt, which is okay, because I'm not going to sit there and whine and be like, whoa, all the resellers took all the shirts. No. Then I could be like, okay, let me go hit the toy aisle. Let me see if I can find some figures. Let me go see what vintage toys they might have. One thing that I learned too recently is about bread pans, cake pans. I came across a bunch of cake pans. I think they were like $1 a piece, $1 and some change. Got them, made like almost $70 off of 3 pans, and I paid like 3 something for them. It blew my mind because I didn't know nothing about cake pans. But now that I'm going out there, I've been finding them some more, and I've been picking them up, selling them here and there. Even the trays for the Jello, I've been finding different ones. There's different ones with different characters. I had this USC one that I recently sold on eBay. It was for Jello shots, but there wasn't the shape of the USC Trojan, of the USC Trojans logo. I only paid $1 for it, and I think I sold it for like $6 or $7. Not a big profit, but still, I made some money. So always expand your mind on sourcing and thrifting and all that, and looking for inventory. Don't always be close-minded about other stuff. Just try to find different inventory to source. And you're definitely gonna start learning, and you're gonna start making a little bit more profit with stuff that you thought you were never gonna sell. Another thing I like to sell a lot is sports cards, graded cards. For me, I have tons and tons of graded cards. Yeah, I'm a big collector. I have my own section of all the stuff I collect, but then I also have stuff that I buy in bulk that I do resell. People always ask me, okay, well, that could be a little tricky. It can be, but it also is very profitable. If you're dealing with graded cards, it makes it a lot easier to price them just because they're graded, especially when they're graded through PSA or Beckett, depending on what grading company grades them. Definitely can make great profit with sports cards as well. So definitely keep it going, guys. We're going to start getting into the fourth quarter, like us resellers like to call it. So we'll start gearing up for the fourth quarter. We'll start doing our sales and start listing some more stuff. And definitely going to get ready for this fourth quarter. But always keep in mind, don't sit there with your hands out hoping someone's going to say, here's $10, here's this. No. Us resellers, we got to get up and we got to make stuff happen for ourselves. We got to go out there in different ways. Don't put all your eggs into one basket. Put them in different avenues to make a profit.